Hello and welcome to episode 37 of the Six Pack Podcast. Sophie, what's your favorite ice cream?
Oh, mint choc chip.
Good shout. Andy.
Pistachio or rum and raisin.
Ooh, pistachio.
That is a good choice.
Rum and raisin is acquired taste, I feel. Yeah. Shannon? Fried chicken, perhaps?
Yeah, I reckon it's got to be fried
I have
chicken,
to
right?
show the viewers now. This is
Otherwise
what
they're
I
not gonna
just
get
ate before we started. Ice cream made to look like a chicken thigh.
Tell us in the comments what your favorite ice cream is. It's
Yeah.
the season.
Mine
Especially
was,
in the UK, it's melting, apparently.
yeah.
Again, or still.
Yeah.
We're dying. We're dying.
I mean, yeah, always melting. No, it's cookie dough. It's chocolate chip cookie dough. Or that Irish ice cream I said I got, the one that from Ireland that's Irish coffee flavored. That one's creeping up. That one's really good. That one came out of nowhere.
Are you also melting, Shan, or are you in the weathers?
It's really
the weathers
humid.
of. Okay, you're
I think
still in
I'm
Mordor
still-
then.
I'm still in Celsius, so I can tell you in terms you'll understand. It's 29 right now, but humidity is at 62% with a dew point of 21 degrees. And it is supposed to rain, maybe.
Maybe.
A little bit. But basically it's rain and red orange all week,
Ooh,
baby.
I mean, 60's not too bad. It's one of those could be worse, but still unpleasant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Um,
And we'll be 30 on Thursday, allegedly going to rain, which means it's just going to be humid, which is
cool.
great.
Well, as you guys can see, I'm in different climes than normal. Hopefully everything will work out smoothly. Any housekeeping, Shannon?
I don't think so. Sorry, I'm fighting with Google Docs.
Fighting is okay. Sophie,
Yeah.
Andy, any housekeeping?
Yeah, do you guys have housekeeping?
I don't think so.
Not from me.
Excellent. Then I think we can talk about our own ep piece. So helps if I
I
spell
didn't
things
even look
correctly.
at the comments
Episode
again.
36. Comments. I tried to be on top of the comments this particular episode. I'm trying to remember if there was anything big, anything revolutionary in the comments. Shanna's looking.
I'm looking. Jazzy hoped everyone had fun if they went to the convention.
I expect
Martina
that
got to meet Harry, talking about
Yep.
meeting Harry. What a lovely.
that's a moment I would have liked to be there for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those of us who have seen a few specific individuals see some of the cast has been some pretty epic moments. Cool. Then maybe we just move swiftly on. There's nothing else big from 36. Did we ask people to do anything? Not that I can remember.
Not that I can remember.
Favorite ice creams in the comments, guys.
Yeah, favorite ice cream.
Or sorbet, if that is your...
Yes.
Sorbet,
you
soft
can't,
serve.
You can't ignore a good...
Frozen dessert
Water ice.
of your choice. Yeah, maybe.
Because you can't beat a good mango and passion fruit sorbet. Just goes down a treat.
It's a tricky one to get right, that. Lots of pulp. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's done right, though.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Cool. Then let's newsy news. There was... Oh, yes. We've got the will not be sharing today because I don't want my computer to catch on fire.
It's in holiday mode at the moment, right?
It's 100% in holiday mode.
Absolutely.
Oh, this was the one with producer Tom in the Magic the Gathering card. Yes, indeed. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. Yes, this is the one with the pixelated image, which everyone was speculating what it might be.
Yes, like the merch not reveal.
Mm-hmm. Either merch not reveal or collab reveal, I guess.
Yes.
So I know most people were speculating that it's probably something Emberville related, given the
Which
number of
would
people
make sense. Yep.
involved. Yep.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. That would be quite cool. We have had the famous Gravity versus Alex Jordan video. Quite entertaining.
He had a nap. Leave the poor boy alone.
Yes.
Everyone leave Alex alone, frankly. I had a little bit
It's a
of a
dangerous
crash out
thing.
in some DMs after some stuff.
And
And
people
I
are
was like, just leave
misbehaving.
Alex alone. Yeah.
Just
He's a
leave
busy
the
guy.
precious boy alone. Well, maybe a little bit. We can get into it later, but you know, there were certain things that.
I don't want to go into specifics and get myself in trouble, but I will say I was not a happy camper as a Discord mod, let alone someone who understands Alex. To put it mildly, I was a little upset, but
Miffed.
yeah, a little miffed. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yes, I believe.
I'll die for you, Alex.
I believe. I believe.
I rewatched the video where he streamed me saying that I didn't think he was ever going to watch
That
this,
he wasn't
and
going to watch it.
it hits every time. It's so funny every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Yes, I believe Sophie was bullied slightly.
I was bullied. I was
Oh.
so bullied. We'll get into it.
We'll
in
get
the,
into
what
it,
we've been
I'm
doing
sure.
lately. But yeah, the
but
boys
yeah,
were
I mean, we
bullying
got
me.
content coming. We got another recap video, which is cool. I think those are really helpful for everybody who is starting new or starting fresh or even just trying to catch up.
And it's mad that they're now on their third recap video when they're doing them every 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy town. That MCM live show will finally go live, which is cool for everybody who wasn't able to join in person, which is great. Yeah. I don't think there's anything big. I think the big news
other
recently.
MCM news was due to come later this month in the update,
Yes.
which
And
then maybe was prematurely announced this weekend.
slightly. No comment. We also had, I guess on the cast news front, both Harry and Alex are in the new Warhammer 40K Dawn of War. So they were out painting minis and doing cool stuff, Warhammery stuff. I've never really played. Sophie, have you played Warhammer?
No. My brother-in-law used to be very into it and used to go to sort of like, not like conventions, but places where you would go and effectively they would have competitions and, you know, play and gradually sort of, yeah, that kind of thing. But I've never done it myself.
Shan, you're a big Warhammer player?
No.
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 I feel like Andy, I have a memory
you
that you were a war gamer a little bit, but maybe not Warhammer.
No, not quite. Played Epic, which is in the same setting but much tinier figures.
Hmm.
And I played the Space Marine board game and stuff like that a few times. But, yeah. So kind of dabbled a bit.
Warhammer adjacent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My only real affiliation to it is I knew a guy who used to make a living selling transport devices for Warhammer sets. Basically backpacks
Like
and
boxes and
boxes
so you could keep them.
with special foam and everything to
Yeah,
keep.
because they must be really delicate. Like the minis and stuff must be incredibly delicate.
Yeah, I mean, when I first kind of was even adjacent to it at all, of course, the minis were metal, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
before they switched to plastic, right? So yeah, they were even more, or I guess more, but then
Lethal?
less, and certainly
Lethal?
heavy, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness,
So I don't know exactly when they switched, but
No, I don't know either.
I feel like relatively
Probably
recently.
in the-
I'll have to Google it here in a second. Cool. I think that's us on news. Shan, can you remember any other Mat 6 or cast related news?
Maybe. I'm gonna be bothering Ben at New York Comic Con.
yeah.
I got
Please do. Bother
I got a
him.
Claire Obscure
He needs to be
group photo
bothered.
op. I don't know if there'll be another way to bother him yet. But I got
always a way to bother
bullied, enabled into getting the group photo op. So that's Ben, Jen, Christy, and Rich Keeble.
Cool.
So that'll be really fun.
That'll be fun.
That's cool.
I wanted to do autos so I could get kind of steal Kenneth's idea
Mm-hmm.
because I have that beautiful art print of the jar that has everybody in it. So I get everybody to sign it. But they only for pre-purchase had the photo ops. And I was like, well, if I have any opportunity to thank them for what this game did for me, that's probably going to be it. So yeah, the Friday I go out, I'm only going for the one day. So I'm going to bother Ben. I already told Holly in the mod chat. I was like, I'm going to go bother Ben in October. Because he's the only one I can go bother, so.
Yes.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
He does deserve it.
Yep.
I think I saw Flying Boss, he's going to be at a ridiculous number of events over the next couple of months.
Yep.
He's gonna be so tired. He's gonna be so tired.
Bless the man for his dedication to the various fandoms of the games that he's in. Cool. Excellent. I think we are ready to pivot to doing lately and start us off, Sophie. How was Birmingham? Did you have fun? How was everyone?
Birmingham was great. It was great. I know there's already been a ton of stuff on social media about the quality of the event and the impact that it's had on traders and artists and so on and so forth, which I do agree with from an accessibility standpoint. The layout was atrocious. The easiest way to go between the two halls was these horrendously steep steps. So
Not great.
if you had other accessibility needs, you had to go all the way out of the convention to then wheel your way back in via a different ramp.
That's terrible.
And it surprised me because granted, it's been 20 years maybe more since I last went to the NEC. I was last there on the black, is it the Black Hole? I want to say Black Hole Sun, but that's not what the name of the album was called. It was a Placebo album that was out at the time. the one with the eclipse on the front cover, and it's escaping my memory what it was called. But that was the last time I was at Birmingham NEC, which is easily 20 plus years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it being that bad for accessibility, so that was disappointing, and I can understand if people entered into, which most people did end up entering in via the Traders Hall, not then necessarily making their way through to the other hall for Artist Alley unless they were going for a signing of some sort, because Artist Alley and the signing ops were all in the same space. But then most people were doing that were going for Charlie, Deborah Ann Wall, Maxence, you know, and therefore spent probably most of their days in queues. So yeah, that was that. I mean, I personally had a great time. I discovered a couple of new artists, which is good. I always like that. And got to see a couple of artists and traders that were at MCM in London in May, so it was nice to go back and see them. I made great life choices but poor financial decisions by going to see Dark Star Dice. So there was that. And yeah, I got to chat to the boys that were doing their meet, or their sort of like their signing and photo op stuff over the weekend, which was good. I ended up being first in Harry's line to speak to him, and there weren't a huge number of people there, which makes me sad for him, but also happy for me because I was chatting to him for like 30 minutes.
Your loss is my gain.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And I gave him grief for calling me out in the panel they did the day before, because it put pressure on me to be better next time. I was like, now you've set the bar. Now I have to be better at the cosplay thing. I have another cosplay idea. Harry's looped in on it. The others aren't, and I've told him to keep it a secret because I needed his lore, basically. So here's a tip. If you ever need lore out of the boy, tell him it's for a cosplay thing. Mm-hmm. He will tell you everything. He will tell you all you need to know. So yeah, and I got him to sign my Tactics physical copy as well,
Excellent.
which was really lovely of him. He was very excited. Apparently people haven't asked him to sign Tactics copies yet, so that was the first one that he'd been handed, so he was very excited about that.
Very cool.
Got to chat about Greedfall, which was interesting. Had a little nerd out about all things language and that kind of thing. And yeah, and then Alex decided that he had to tell me that I needed to be better next time, which he wrote on my eye print.
Oh, that was.
So yes,
about,
absolutely
Of course
leave
he
the
did.
boy alone, but also
Of course he
don't
did.
leave the boy alone because he's a bully. But yeah, it was a long day though. It was a long day because prior to that, we went to go and see Death Note, the musical, at the Barbican the night before, and then Kira, bless her cottons, drove us to Birmingham and back in the course of the day. So we were up at 4, leaving at 5. I got home around midnight because she dropped me off at the station. I had 7 minutes to get the last train home. It was a bit dicey. But yeah, and we got to have dinner with people afterwards, which was really nice. Just nice to see the gang. And it was fairly chill in the sense that there wasn't, like 20 different community events that we were organising.
Yeah, it was
or
not
anything like that.
as chaotic as London, right? Yeah.
Yeah, smaller crowd, and most people were there for just sort of like 1 or 2 things. So we weren't all like rushing to do this thing and that thing and then another thing and then do a community event and all of that. So it was nice and chilled out. And I got myself some great tea from tea vendors that do TTRPG themed loose leaf tea. So yeah. And I will be using my new dice for my roly-poly later. So we will see if they do me well. Because the last dice I bought at a convention rolled me 2 nat 1s in a row. So yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. But, we'll see. Dark Sky Dice have also done the dice for our DM, like our kind of Strahd DM's Strahd dice. So, and these dice are going to be used in that campaign. So I am hoping that they don't get me killed, because I've already been killed once and it wasn't fun. Creating
Fingers
a new
crossed.
character on the fly is a thing.
Yeah, if you're doing Strahd, you probably need to have.
I mean,
Couple in the
I
bank.
did, but I hadn't. Yeah, I had a backup character, but I hadn't really got too into the weeds in terms of like backstory or anything like that. I was like, I've got a basic class and here are their abilities, but I haven't figured out all of that. But yeah, that's kind of it. And then I've been doing a bit of gaming. I finally platinumed Expedition 33.
Nice.
I got Simon and I did it legit as well. It wasn't a one-shot build, it was a legit build. Not to say that one-shotting isn't legit, but you know, like the
Yeah,
I didn't
the
just wander
basically
in,
like
do tens
click,
of millions
click.
of damage,
Yeah.
and yeah. I earned.
How many
that with
parries
honor.
do you think you had to do?
I didn't.
Or did you do the dodge style rather than the parry?
No, I was parrying where I could. I wasn't a consistent parrier, but I was able to basically use like a burning and break build. So yeah, it got to a point where he had maybe a couple hundred burn stacks on him, which was the chip damage I needed. It was the chip damage I needed. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, that's me.
Cool. Would you go to Birmingham again?
I think I'd need a reason to go. So going to see the boys was definitely a reason to go.
Yep.
But I would plan it better next time, i.e. not go and see a musical the night before and do the whole day running on 2.5 hours sleep, because that was a grind.
Yeah.
If I could plan it better, I probably wouldn't go for a whole weekend, to be honest, for various reasons. The reason I do all 3 days at London is because I'm in the area. Without doxing myself, I'm in the area, so it's easy for me to travel in and out every day. Whereas if I was going to do Birmingham, I would need a hotel and all of that jazz. But I would probably, if I was going to do it for a day, get a hotel, go up the night before, and then maybe travel back afterwards, or maybe get a hotel the second night and stay over the
At a
second night.
reasonable time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Photos looked epic. You guys looked like you had a very nice get together with the crew.
We also had tacos
Oh,
because
excellent.
we went to Las Iguanas, so tacos were on the menu, so we had to have tacos. It's the rules.
Wasn't even
I
Tuesday.
couldn't not. I know, it wasn't even Tuesday, but we still had tacos.
Cool. Right on. You guys will be happy to know that Warhammer introduced its plastic figures during the late 80s. So that tells you something about how old I might be.
I would have said 90.
I mean, I guess the
90s.
transition period during that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Shannon,
Yeah.
tell us what you've been doing.
Mostly working, but that's normal. You know. I watched the Avatar Aang movie with my friend last week, I think. It was pretty good. We did have some like minor nitpicks, but like overall we were like, this is a gorgeous movie. They clearly
Is that the
at
live
least
action one?
No. Oh no. It's the sequel movie that they did. The animated one.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, you know, we had some things where we're like, but for the overall, we enjoyed it. It's gorgeously animated. After it came out, a bunch of people who worked on it were sharing their work on Twitter, which is really cool to see. especially in a time like right now, where people want to take artistic shortcuts with AI. It's really nice to see artists like showing us either their concept art or their full 3D renders of full buildings that were used in the movie. And all these environments like taking you through the buildings in some cases, or telling you how they did stuff. It was just really cool. And I really liked the blend of like 3D, 2D that they did. There were times where I was like, I don't love that it's taking the whole, I forget what studio it is that everyone likens it to, but like the Voltron animation style. Because I did think it lost a tiny bit of its goofy charm by not having like everyone kind of looks more same than they do unique. But at the same time, it's like it's still gorgeously animated. It's hard to get like mad at it for a lot of the stuff it does. There again, some stuff they probably could have changed, but it's fine. Overall, really enjoyable movie. Had a good time watching it. Then I got my friend to start watching Fullmetal Alchemist, not Brotherhood, Alchemist, like the original 2003 anime. So that's been fun. Kind of like hearing how the voice actors change from show to show, because it's largely the same voice cast. And like telling him what's like from the original manga, what's fully new for Fullmetal Alchemist that wasn't included in Brotherhood, things like that. I have all my manga there because I'm going to reread it now because it's like, now I can compare it. But yeah, super fun to like kind of sit and get his reactions to seeing it for the first time and being like, now imagine you're 12 and you saw this at 11 p.m. on Adult Swim. Things like that. So yeah, that's been fun. And just enjoying that. Can't wait to like go through the whole series again, watch the movie, all that jazz, and see what he thinks about how insane the original run was before they had an ending. Because the manga was still being published. I played more 14, shocker. Not really any MSQ, but it's fine. Well, on my alts, MSQ on my alts, my bunny girl Aoife is in Heaven's Word, best expansion.
Have you progressed your main character, Shan?
No. Well, there's reasons. Like, it's not, I know I have a big solo duty coming up because it warns you. Upon doing this, several cutscenes will play in sequence. And I have not had the time or the energy to actually sit through something like that, remembering how long a lot of the other ones are. I also really like the environment I'm in, and once you progress to a certain quest, you cannot go back unless you do it via dungeon. So if I wanted to G-pose there, I'd only have 80 minutes. Things like that. But I wanted to do the raids. I don't like moving on to the next expansion until I finish the raid series that comes out between both. So I think I did have a friend offer, but my schedule's been really goofy. So hopefully maybe Thursday afternoon or Sunday I can do some of the raids so I can allow myself to progress the story and move on to Dawn Trail because I'm only one expansion away from being current. So not far. And then I played more First Light. I believe I'm on the last part. I finished, without saying any spoilers, I finished Vietnam. So I'm pretty darn sure we're in the end game now. And I got stuck. I did get so frustrated I was going to cry on a single fight because it was hand-to-hand combat, which is the thing I am worst at in this game. And I swear to God, it was like 20 to 25 tries. So you can imagine I was getting really upset. Because he was like, I was getting three shot. I was getting 3-shot at times. Like there were times where I couldn't even like step away to even get a hit in. So like it was crazy how quickly I was going through attempts. And I had to keep skipping cutscenes because there was a cutscene first. So I was just like, don't play the cutscene again. I will explode.
You're just like, just skip it.
Just skip it. But I'm still enjoying all the little like references and all the little like Bondisms and some of them I could see coming. I forget what the character said to him, and I said it I think right before he did, because I was like, here's what he would say next. But yeah, so final arc. So I'll try and play that when I have like time I can lock in on it. Because like I said, one boss fight took me 20 to 25 tries. So clearly I need lots of time to play this game or again, I'll explode. But still really enjoying it at the same time. Like I get frustrated, but like overall, I don't blame the game for that. I blame myself. That is absolutely a me problem. That's a skill issue. I just think it's not as intuitive for me as a lot of the other mechanics are. I can headshot like a champ. Like, I'm really good at shooting things in that game. I cannot punch them. Well, I can, but I can't do the other stuff. I'm very bad at dodging. That's because the if you haven't played First Light and you're playing it on the keyboard, which was my mistake, I wanted this to be my first keyboard action game. I should not have done that. But if you haven't played it, and people who have will understand, the combat buttons are all over the place for hand to hand. They're not necessarily intuitive in an order that makes sense. You have to push two at the same time in some cases. You have to incorporate the mouse. It's a lot. My brain cannot handle it. And my hand-eye coordination is not enough. But it's good. It's a good game anyway. It's fine. We're good. Yesterday I saw The Odyssey, finally. You oughta see this film. I watched it. I drove myself to New Jersey, over the river to New Jersey.
So you could see it
this.
in IMAX.
I wanted to see it in 77 or 70 millimeters.
70
What I wanted.
yeah.
I did not care about IMAX. I was there to see it on film. And what's crazy is, so when it first started, there was no audio. Number one. And number two, like it was playing. And I'd never seen a film in 70 millimeter. This was, I didn't get to see Sinners. So I was like, I'm seeing The Odyssey. Like I'm not missing this opportunity. And for $12 too.
Yep.
So what was really funny was, like I said, they started playing it, no audio. So they let the guys up in the booth know, and it kind of overlapped for a second, and it was really strange. And then I hear the guy go, oh yeah, because they were accidentally playing the digital version, because you could tell the second they switched to the film reel, it was so obvious that it was film and not digital. It was amazing. And there were moments where you would get the dust where the film would jump, and I was like, oh man, I missed this. I haven't seen this since I was a kid. Because it's just been digital since, like, I was a tween, I forget, is when it switched. I was still, like, kind of young when it switched. But to see it in film, it looked incredible. Christopher Nolan may not be the best writer, but damn can he make a good-looking picture. It was stunning to look at, especially on film. Some of the stuff he did to make, like, the optical stuff works. A lot of stuff was practical. The giants were practical. My favorite story about this movie, his stunt double is a woman. And so what they did was, since she's short, they got very tall people to be the giants. And so it's literally an optical illusion. And she's on all the posters. Those biceps belong to a woman. God is a woman. Like, I literally texted my sister afterwards, like, you are literally the funniest person. Because I said, I need the poster because there's a woman on it. Like, the biggest movie of the year, and there's a woman on the poster, and a lot of people would never know. It's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, so it was really good. I don't want to give, like, too much away, even though I know it's a 1,000-year-old poem, but, like, it's still...
Yeah, but spoilers.
Spoilers.
It's one of those, like, you just got to watch it.
You have to watch it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a lot of it is lost in translation, I think, trying to explain some of it. Though the viral moment is the one I like to talk about, which is I waited the whole ding dang movie for the get these beggars out of here. Yeah, like I was waiting the whole movie. I was like, when does he say it? When does he say it?
Need the
So-
thing. Say the thing.
I need him to say the thing because like I keep seeing the cam video and I just want to see it for myself.
It's like when we were in the watch party and like the thing, and we're
The
all in
clip.
chat going, it's the thing.
And it's funny too because like the version I keep seeing now is somebody did a version where they took that clip, cut the original audio out, and then recorded themselves going, "Oh yeah, man, you're my friend. I'll get you whatever you want. Just let me know how much you need." And that's the version I keep seeing now. So it's just like, it's 50-50 chance. Is it going to be Robert Pattinson saying, get these beggars out of here? Or is it going to be the guy going, yeah, man, you're my friend. I'll get you whatever you need. It's just, yeah, a lot of really good, silly things in that movie, but in a good way. And I did really enjoy it. It was really worth going to New Jersey. It took me 45 minutes to get there and then an hour to get home. My one pet peeve, though, I will say, if I saw one more cell phone, I was going to hit it out of their hand. If you can't go to a movie, I'm talking to you, if you can't be off your phone for 2.5 hours, wait for it to come out on DVD. Wait for it to come out on digital. Don't ruin someone else's experience because you have no self-control. Never mind that I could have forgiven maybe once or twice. It was more than once or twice, the women next to me. And she kept making completely voluntary reaction sounds. Like that something would happen, she'd go, mm-mm. Like, don't do it. And like, not like gasping, not jumping, not being startled, fully deciding to make these noises. I'm sorry. I waited years for this movie and I drove myself an hour to see it on film. And my
drove to New
first
Jersey as
viewing,
well.
I drove to New Jersey. And my first, like, I also paid the same price as you, but I'm choosing to honor your experience. I would appreciate if you would have the self-control to honor other people's experience. I only get to see this movie for the first time once. And I spent like a good chunk of that movie angry because I saw 4 cell phones, mostly and the woman next to me kept taking hers out. If you don't have the self-control to leave your phone in your pocket for 2.5 hours, don't go to shows. Don't go to Broadway. Don't go to movies.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Stay at
same.
home.
To me, it's the same. The
Keep
same
it
with
in your
live theatre as
pocket.
well.
That
on
is my
silent.
mean opinion. Yeah, that is my mean opinion. They literally
I am
ask you right before the
paranoid
movie to
about
keep it in
this.
your
I'm
pocket.
paranoid.
Why is that
I'm
a
so
mean
paranoid
opinion,
about this.
Shan? That's just like...
Because
I
some
think- I
people
think
seem
it's
to think they're
valid.
entitled to doing whatever they want because they paid the same
It's
amount
not
as
your
me.
living room.
And I'm
It's
here to
not
tell
your
you,
living room.
you're not entitled to jack. You're not entitled to jack.
Keep it in your pocket. There's no
Keep it in
reason
your
to open
pocket. Keep it in your pocket. Like,
do
I
that.
literally went to a concert the night before and was less annoyed with the people around me than I was at this movie theater. People at the concert did not bother me at all. Not a thing. Not a thing bothered me at that concert about the audience. But at the movie, where I should be the least annoyed because I'm around less people, I was more annoyed. So yeah, like, if you have no self-control to not be either get a watch. If you need to know the time, get a watch. But if you need to be checking your texts, don't go to the movies. Don't go. You clearly don't care enough to keep it in your pocket. I don't respect that. I don't respect you. I don't respect your need to check your phone. I have ADHD and I have better impulse control than 90% of the people in the movie theater. And that's embarrassing because I'm not medicated. So keep your phone in your pocket, especially for a movie like that. I drove an hour to watch a movie on film, and I spent a good chunk of it frustrated with the woman next to me who literally had zero self-control. The 2 guys next to me, perfect, though. They were awesome. Thank you to the 2 guys next to me. Did not make a single sound the entire movie. God bless them. Oh, and
Sit
then
down and shut up.
yeah, and there was a scene, and here's another thing. There was a scene that to me was very emotional, and I started crying. And the lady next to me, I could have forgiven the emotional reaction. Like, she should have done, But because she got emotional, she was sniffing loudly every 15 seconds for like a full couple minutes. I cried in silence. I didn't make a peep. And again, I said to my friend, I would have been less annoyed if she hadn't been doing it the entire movie. So yeah, please don't ruin someone else's experience because you can't control yourself. Adults, not even children, they were full adults. So yeah. But it was great. The movie was great. I will be watching it again for Oscar Watch, I can tell. And I'm excited to watch it again, having seen the whole thing through. Like I said, Christopher Nolan, questionable writing, questionable women. But man, can that guy make a film.
I've always had respect for the fact that he's very much been you should be able to do things. Like, there are so many things that you can do practically. You don't need to worry about shooting in 3D and all of that kind of thing. Which, as someone who's partially sighted, I appreciate that because I can't see shit. I can't see anything in 3D. You make me put those glasses on, I ain't seeing anything different. So.
I hate having to wear 2 pairs of glasses.
Well, yeah. Also that.
Highly unpleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I would
But
say
it's like
the
that
other.
was my big bugbear with The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Like, everything was being shot in 3D. I was like, I can't see that.
It's great that it's great that era is over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this was something that he said around that time where everything was being made in 3D. He was like, you don't need to do it.
You don't need to do this.
If
You
you're
don't.
good enough at directing photography, like if you have a decent DOP, you should be able to get the shots practically without needing 3D enhanced effects.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
He's an
I've
incredible
always respected
filmmaker.
that about him. I've always respected that about him.
Yeah.
Always.
Shout out to Van Hoytema, who was the director of photography on literally the last 5 Nolan films.
Yeah. Incredible stuff.
We appreciate him.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Anything else,
Last
Shan?
thing, I have one more, yeah.
Go.
The biggest thing. I
The
saw My
biggest thing.
Chemical Romance again.
Oh, that old thing.
Nah.
No. Yeah, we went up to
You
New
don't
York
like
to
those
see them
guys.
at the Cursed
So
City
jealous.
Field Evil Place. I was looking for a reason to not hate City Field. Couldn't find it.
You saw
Yeah.
MCR. You
I
saw
did see
There you
MCR
go.
though. I did. Found out they're Mets fans. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Oh, I've
But
lost all respect for Jared Way.
tragic. So
That's
we
it. Written off.
well, first of all, I wore my Phillies jersey and I was stopped in the merch line and the woman's like, "Can I just say you are so funny for wearing that to this concert?"
Mm-hmm.
Because there's something about you Philly sports fans that's just you'll just do the thing and I really respect that. And I was like,
Damn right.
I wasn't coming to this field and not wearing Phillies gear. I'm not inviting that curse upon me. So I did. I wore my Kyle Schwarber jersey to the concert. In the concert, everything. We also literally ran into a guy in a Saquon Barkley Eagles jersey inside and gave him a Go Birds, obviously. Like I wasn't even the only one who was thinking it. I have to wear Eagles gear. I have to wear Philly gear to the My Chemical Romance concert. I can't. And it was super fun. I got this new shirt. It is a soccer kit that is modeled after the national soccer team for DrKagon, the fictional nation from the Black Parade tour. So it's got like the little national symbol on the front. It's got an embroidered crest right on the nape of the neck. Has like a big 26 on the back for My Chemical Romance. Says My Chemical Romance where the name goes. And it's got like the fake MCR alphabet thing. Fits great. I told the guy, I was like, I'm either getting an XL or a 2X. And he was like, I'll get you the XL and we'll see if you have the 2X and you can think about it. He never found the 2X, but it worked out because I tried it on and it fits perfect. It's wonderful. I love this thing. It's probably my favorite band merch I've ever bought. It's all I bought at the concert. I was like, that's all I need. Is the fake DrKagon soccer jersey. But yeah, they changed the story of the concert, which was I'm glad I went now because they completely changed the story from what they were doing last year. I mean, it's the same, but they changed almost all the framing. They removed the executions. I should have known when we walked in, they gave us postcards from the Nation of Drog instead of the voting cards. So I was like, are we not killing people this time? No executions. Weirder stuff. He said, we're going to do a magic trick. We're going to make this nurse disappear. She didn't disappear. And then he sat on the floor and Eva laughed and was like, that was really good. You did great. And I was like, she didn't go anywhere. Is he good? Because his character is kind of crazy. B stage was excellent. We got an incredible set. We got Bulletproof Heart for the first time on the tour. I was so excited because I love that song. They closed out with Demolition Lovers, which is a banger. Love that song.
So
I literally sent everyone the set list.
Someone who bought every single album. I bought
I know.
every single album.
It was I sent everyone the set list. Like, I probably still have it open because I was telling everyone how good our B stage set list was because I could not actually believe how good it was. Unless you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. Sorry, my phone, not you guys. You guys are perfect. Sometimes I also finally updated my phone after 2 years. I finally deleted enough to update my phone. Go me. I was really productive to make sure I'd be ready for this concert. But I can't wait to see how much this set list means to people. It was Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough for the Two of Us. I'm Not Okay. Give 'Em Hell. Summertime. Heaven Help Us. Na Na Na. Bulletproof Heart. Bury Me in Black. Helena. And Demolition Lovers. So it was a great set. And Gerard also, like, I could listen to that guy yap forever because you really don't know where he's going with anything he says.
No.
At one point, he was like...
And he's sober as well. Like, he is a
sober
boy.
He is completely sober.
This is
He's just
brain.
weird. At one point, he was like, I like cold fruit. And we were like, okay. And then I can't exactly quote him because he cursed. But it was really funny. I'll do it the way Harry would say. He was like, cold fruit, motherfudger. Literally lost it. He was talking about drinking the orange juice or the blue juice. And it was like Gatorade. He was talking about Gatorade. He stopped and had more Gatorade. He's like, you guys ever wonder what like they call Gatorade and drug? Probably something like Slaterade. And I was like... where is his brain? My favorites would be like when he'd be like, oh yeah, we have to introduce the next song. What's the next song? Oh yeah, it's a good one. Or he came in too early on one song. That was funny. He's just a goofy guy. I could watch them perform as much as I could afford if I could afford to keep seeing them. This tour was more expensive. We had front row. We were like up in the upper section, but we had front row, so we could see everything. And we were off to the side, so some stage stuff we couldn't see. But it was like we were so much closer than we've been for all the other shows. And it was really good. That's my favorite band. I've now seen them 6 times. They're probably the band I've seen the most. If anyone ever wants to go see MCR with me, I'm your man. I'll come see MCR with you. I'll see them all the time. That's my favorite band.
Wait, is this how we get you to the UK?
I mean, I'm already coming to the UK, aren't I? Not yet, but
That's how we accelerate it.
I'll see MCR in the UK.
Okay.
But I think
Jared, if you're listening, get to UK ASAP. We need her over here.
Get it done.
But the last thing. So my dad loved the Black Parade. He would talk about how much it reminded him of Queen, which was great because that was a reference for the album. I was really proud of him.
That and Pink Floyd as well. Like the opening
I was
track
so proud that he figured it out. I was like, I was 16, well, 15. The album came out a month before my birthday. 20 years old this year, by the way. Not me, the album. Thank you, though.
I was gonna...
Thank you, though.
The master scout.
So I listened to them in secret. Obviously not in secret, but like I didn't tell my dad what I was listening to because he would not have liked them. And I begged for this album for my birthday. I was like, you don't have to give me anything else. I just want this album. We went to Target in Delaware and we're walking around. I'm eyeing the music section as we walk by and I see him out of the corner of my eye and I was like, I'm going to go over here. And he's like, all right, I'll be back in a minute. And then he saw me standing there with the album. He's like, put it in the cart. We're leaving. And then he ended up loving it. So
it was
anytime...
so referential, though. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't
really
land well
is.
with a lot of fans at the time because it was so far removed from
Yeah.
their other stuff. But it was
Yeah.
it was basically all of the music that
Oh,
had
don't worry.
influenced them.
Danger Days made them angrier. But
I know.
He loved that album a lot. So that seeing this tour has meant a lot to me because it's basically them playing the album front to back. And they do something. I have it in my phone. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. They have a red piece of paper you put over your camera flashlight for 2 songs, Cancer and Disenchanted. I was telling my friend about how when I was a kid, growing up, we lived near the airport. My dad would always point out the airplanes coming and going. This Citi Field's right next to JFK. So there were a ton of big old planes, everything. So we're doing Cancer. We have the lights in front of our flashlights. I was a mess because that song is very tough for me now.
Yeah.
And my friend taps me on the shoulder and points, and there was a plane landing right by the field as we were sitting there listening to it. And I was like, Mans didn't want to miss Welcome to the Black Parade like he did in Ireland. He was really mad. He missed Welcome to the Black Parade in Ireland. But yeah, so it was, anytime I get to see this tour, it's been really special. I've been really grateful to see it 3 times. Probably not going to get a 4th. But, you know, I keep meaning to reach out or post about the MCR project, do the light and talk about how, like, you know, they don't know me and they have no idea how much that's meant to me at 3 different shows. But it's been really special to be a part of that tiny little bit of the show. So yeah, it was great. I mean, it was a long day driving up to New York and driving back, but it was worth it. It was really fun. And I found Final Fantasy 14 fans who I don't know how I did that, who were very excited to hear who my favorite Scion was. So great day. Citi Field still sucks. It's awful. It's an awful place. But the night was good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. I have a picture of me flipping off Citi Field that I can send to the chat at any time.
Good to know. Good to know. Favorite album, Sophie?
That is tough.
For MCR in general.
Both.
I mean, we're on MCR. I think
We are
asking
on
me to pick a
MCR.
favorite album. Yeah, asking me to pick a favorite album is
Very
tough,
difficult.
'cause
They're
I've
all
literally got
different is the
hundreds.
thing, and
I've
they're all
literally got
good.
hundreds of albums.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, if we're saying favorite album, obviously it's Reliquia Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
First of all,
Yeah.
Don't
But if
ask
we're talking
stupid
My
questions.
Chemical Romance, if we're talking My Chemical Romance, it's got to be the debut, man. Like, there's something inherently
Bullets is so
special about
good.
that. Like, there is something inherently special about that album to me. I think maybe just, like, the place I was in when it was released, and yeah, something very special about it.
Sweet. Andy. Favorite album?
To be honest, the only one I've ever listened to is The Black Parade. So,
It is a good one.
it's in the top 100 albums of all time, according to Rolling Stone.
This Is How I Disappear is one of my favorite tracks on that
So
album.
good.
So good. The energy is so good.
I'll always be like, this one's really good. I'll be like, oh, but that one's really good.
Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Disenchanted
they've
used
got
to be
Liza
my
Minnelli
favorite.
on that album.
They
They've
do
got
have Liza Minnelli on that album. They have Liza Minnelli on that album. Yeah, because I used to say Disenchanted was my favorite song on there, but it's hard to say now. I think Famous Last Words has taken its place after seeing it live. There's something about that song live because Gerard always
There's
has
an
you
energy.
sing the bridge. He has the audience
Yeah.
start the bridge, and there's just something so electric about it. Also, it's that music video. It's just like the Viggo. Did you know Viggo Mortensen broke his toe? It's did you know Gerard Way broke his ankle filming? Like, it's very much the same thing when it comes to the fans. Like, oh, did you know, like, I think Bob got like 3rd-degree burns, or somebody got 3rd-degree burns, and Gerard Way broke his ankle.
And it was 2 toes, not just one.
Yeah, but yeah. But you know,
Just
it was a framing device.
I know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Andy,
Cool.
what have you been up to, buddy?
so I was hoping the cat would still be here for the cat
Come
update,
back, Moo Cow. I'll send brainwaves, Andy. Keep
Yeah.
talking.
We'll just
but yeah,
manifest.
they're back to normal, which is good because it was partly heat related and partly we think them having to go to the category for a couple of days that stressed them out, and they were sick boys who weren't eating. But they're back to normal, back to being irritating at times and adorable most of the other times.
Having valid opinions to share on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, always. Correct opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I had 2 gaming sessions at the weekend, but one of them I still can't get on with Pathfinder, but it's good to catch up with friends. And the Sunday D&D group went really well, and it got to about 10:30 and like we were winding down on the session, but then they ended up talking, me mostly listening, to them just theorising and joining the dots together on all my lore, and I was just like, this is great, I love it. Because
You had your Harry McIntyre moment.
I did.
Yeah, you
I
had
was
your own
sat there
little
just-
action charge.
Yeah. Because they're getting most of the things right that they're speculating about, which is good, because it shows that I'm putting a coherent story together. So that was good. Other than that, it's just work. Work.
Don't do it, Shan.
It's like a trigger. Like
I knew you were I could see it in your eyes.
Rihanna.
Excellent.
He
Excellent.
triggered it.
Has the thing been revealed yet? No.
And it's gonna be so much longer because they're
Like
intent
I
on-
3 years from now.
I know it's gonna be
Are
like
they still moving rocks? Is that the thing? Are they still moving rocks?
no,
the
they're
rocks have
they're
been
way
moved.
past that. But
They're putting the rocks back.
yeah,
Yeah.
We need to put them back now.
they're tying up so many loose ends and like
All right.
doing so much stuff.
All right. Well,
That's so fun.
we wait with bated breath. Excellent. Excellent. And Andy, you did not go to Birmingham, right?
I didn't.
You did not.
No, he was playing D&D.
Yes. Important other things on the schedule.
I forgot I built my chair. Sorry. New chair.
Wow.
That's the new chat.
New chair. She's big. She's
Comfy.
executive. Yeah.
That's what you need.
I just want the cat to come back. My ADHD's been really bad, guys. I'm sorry.
Keep with the vibes. Keep with the vibes
Manifesting.
on the cat.
Manifesting.
Um,
Manifesting.
Come back, come back.
Whilst Doc talks about what he's been up to.
Yeah.
What have I been up to? Yeah, travel. Missed the watch party. Back and forth from the farm here to back to Porto. Went and watched Porto's opening game of the season, which was great on the weekend, which was fun. The only bad thing was that I had the sun in my face the whole game, and it was like 30 whatever degrees.
Yikes.
So, but yeah, game was good. Team won 2-0. So fun was had all around. Yeah. Otherwise, not too much otherwise exciting. Got a Switch 2. Played some Pokemon.
Beat me by 2 weeks. I'm getting mine next week.
Excellent.
We got to beat the price increase. Be smart like Doc and beat the price increase.
That was part of the reason there was a sale. And I can't remember what else. There was another reason which I can't
You
remember.
also have a young daughter. That's always number one reason to get a new console like the
that's
Switch.
a great reason to buy stuff
That's
for
what my
yourself,
dad
right?
heard all the time. Oh, is it
Yeah.
time for a new Game Boy, kids?
Yes. To be fair, I have not used it very much. She has used it substantially, which is good. The Pokés were moning, etc. Yes.
Good.
Pretty good game, that Pokopia thing. Yeah. It's fun. What else? I think that's it. Not too much else. Travel back to the UK next Tuesday, so I will miss another watch party, sadly. 2 in a row. I think the first time I've missed 2 in a row ever, actually. So you guys will have to hold down the fort.
Shan's all over it. Like, she absolutely bossed it last time.
No, I didn't. Don't listen.
You
I
did.
had
You
2
did.
mistakes.
And
Because I never make errors, Shan. Ever.
yeah, because Doc's never had an issue
Nope.
on his.
Well,
live
the
stream.
one wasn't my fault. I had to text my friend and I opened
Yes, the
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And I literally, as soon as somebody said something, I closed it because I was like, I bet it's WhatsApp. Guess what it was? WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
It's
Yep.
always WhatsApp.
The other one was absolutely my fault. I forgot I was streaming and they had announced the Cleveland WNBA team, and I wanted to watch their announcement video so I could make fun of it. It wasn't their
The sound
trailer.
did come through. I genuinely thought it
was
was something
spooky
that I
music.
had pressed on.
On your
It
own
was
keyboard.
spooky
Yeah.
music.
Yeah. Like I was
Yeah.
like, have I got Spotify open or?
No, it was me.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we will not dwell on this and make Shan relive any
No.
issues. And we will move swiftly on
was
to
sad.
episode 60. Put the spoliers up.
Put them up.
Do all that
Yeah, calm down, Jazzy. Calm down. The
thing.
spolies are
Just
up.
relax, man. Jeez.
Just
Chill.
chill.
Dang.
Brother, I am so
Unbelievable.
tired.
Unbelievable. Cool. Jazzy won the word count.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's all he won.
Rip. Take that,
so-
Jazzy. Like,
Bummer.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will get to the discussion around whether Yilda is here or not. Deeply. Shan, there was only one dragon scene,
only one dragon.
so I don't know if that's a greasy win or not.
Well, 2.
Technically.
No, just take. Yeah, 2.
Just the one. Did they? Well, because
Yeah.
Yeah, Tago shut up right at the end.
Right at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was 1 short.
So 2 for 3.
I call that a greasy.
I'm gonna make it a red.
I call it a greasy.
That gets you on an
It's a
all-star
greasy.
team, Shan, batting 2 for 3
Yeah.
consistently.
Close enough.
And
to give
Andy,
Doc a
we
red.
don't. I think we've kind of established that Carrie hasn't gone whittlingly, but we'll see whether
People are still speculating about this.
we
though.
got
They
time.
are
We
still
we
speculating.
still got. It is still unknown. I think
Yeah.
it's not a firm.
I'll give it a
it's
yellow.
It's not a firm confirm. Shall we say?
Not greasy, but caution.
It's not unlike me to be an episode or 2 out with my prediction.
Yes.
Right. I mean, same.
You and Shan can.
Would you consider what Radiant did helpful?
This
Which
was.
thing?
I know didn't he convince Iriana to rest? I feel like that's the only helpful thing he did.
I mean, he did something helpful. Yeah.
He also fell off the side of a dragon,
He
landed
did.
in an uncompromising position, and almost got squashed by a dragon. So that's why.
Yeah, I
was like,
didn't
Yeah.
say he
which
helped in
thing?
combat. I just said he
Yeah.
would do something
Which
helpful.
thing did he do that was helpful?
Yeah. I feel like it's greasy.
Yeah.
You get a
Um,
caution.
Yeah. I
I'll,
feel like
I'll-
it's greasy.
I'll give it an orange.
Cool.
Very colorful section there.
Very,
Beautiful.
very colorful.
Beautiful.
I watched this episode. What did I watch? I think I watched it on the. Did I watch it on the plane? Watch it after the plane. Watch it after the plane. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "There's something very odd about this episode," and it's because they started off with only single names for themselves, all of them.
Except Doug, who introduced himself as Doug Dingle,
Doug Dingle, yeah.
Doug Dingle.
which caught me off guard.
I
in
feel
watch
like
party.
the vibe in this episode, I don't know whether it was because Harry needed to go. And he's like, "Oh, I need to go."
Yes, you
So
didn't
we're
need
just
to
going to
stay
like
Braxton Church.
ramp the weirdness up to 11.
Action Search was so strange.
Yeah. It was wild. But in case any of you are wondering,
Right.
we are never drunk in the watch parties.
No.
Also, in this heat wave, I'm just trying to stay hydrated. I just
Exactly.
need water.
I don't drink on a school night anymore.
Yeah.
That's a smart play, Andy. It's a smart play.
Yeah.
And,
you know, like,
technically I did
when
during the World
docs-
Cup, but, sorry.
Yeah. But it's World
Special
Cup,
occasion.
so you know. Yeah, exactly.
Special
Yeah.
occasion.
But like, Doc, you're in charge of like operating machinery. Like, you can't be drinking while you're operating machinery in the watch party.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exactly.
Otherwise, errors happen.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything during the first bit that we really should discuss before we get into some of my other highlights here. What happened? How did we really start? I guess we.
Do you like
Well,
Paddington?
Harry decided. Oh yeah, there was a whole thing about Paddington.
Do you
Don't
like Paddington?
Oh, because of Alex and Paddington.
Yeah,
and-
literally
yeah,
all I
yeah.
said is Paddington.
Never watched Paddington.
Never
In
watched
any-
Paddington 2.
Any
Yeah.
way, any way, shape, or form.
Which is the one that Alex is in, I think. Yeah.
Is
That's a
it?
good
Um,
one.
What's that, Sophie?
No, I was saying, is it?
Yes.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, he's in
Okay.
Paddington 2. Yeah.
Never watched.
Um.
Didn't even read the books as a kid.
Ooh.
I am I had other stuff to read. I was reading Tolkien.
You might be like losing your passport or something like that. Yeah.
I know. I do like marmalade sandwiches, though. I will say that much. I do like marmalade sandwiches. Before the
Excellent.
government comes to get me, I love marmalade sandwiches.
I have considered for a while joining the spreadsheet crew, and each time a film is mentioned in a BTS or whatever, to add it to
That's
a
a
spreadsheet.
fun one. You would go crazy.
There are obviously lots.
How many times Lord of the Rings gets mentioned?
Yeah.
They're quoted.
Yeah. Per episode.
Which is odd, because I don't
yeah.
think Harry's ever seen it.
Yeah.
So it's odd
Yeah.
that he references it. so
Never
much.
read it. No, yeah.
No.
It's just he just gets the memes on his phone or whatever, right? And it's like
Yeah.
um,
I was considering like maybe tracking like the different spells that get used and how often they're used and used successfully.
aha.
Because I'm curious about the success rate of like hypnotic gaze and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. We haven't had a hypnotic gaze for a while, right?
No, he's kind of yeeted it for favor of chromatic orb.
Yeah, he's like moved on, right? In the
He's moved on from that.
he's moved on.
He's
Ridiculous.
over it. Like he's
To other
over it. Like
things.
he's over his trauma attached to hypnotic gaze. Now it's all about bouncing balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had Ariana kind of dragging them through the forest. Man, Alex and the Nat 20s, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What's up with that?
With the number of them he has had in the last couple episodes, I was going to try and count them. It's got to be pushing double digits,
I
which
think
is wild.
someone I think someone at MCM said it was something wild, like 15 or something.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, that's to the point where you think, are you really rolling rolling those properly?
Is it stacked? Is it
um,
stacked?
I do.
Or can I borrow it? Can I borrow
Can I
this
borrow
die?
it? Yeah.
Can I borrow it? Because mine have betrayed me horrendously recently.
I really do worry sometimes about Doug and the book and the
way
like
he rolls on the book.
clunk
Yeah.
onto the book.
Yeah.
But he was rolling better when he moved away from using the book. So
Onto the table. Yeah.
yeah. Clearly we're clairvoyant as well, because we literally just talked about exhaustion rolls last episode. And sure enough, exhaustion.
They got tired.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever played like with exhaustion rules?
I don't think so, because I haven't played a ton recently, and exhaustion is only really is it
It's a 2014 thing.
is it 2014 thing, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really only a
it-
5th edition thing, right? So
No, it's been in previous.
has it been,
Yeah.
Andy? I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'm just misremembering, or we just never used it. One of the two.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on exhaustion rules, Andy? Like do you how do you or how do you like to use them?
Sparingly, generally, and specific. I had this bit. The current group haven't actually done this bit because they went a slightly different path, but the OG group did a kind of dungeon delve thing that they had to complete in one go rather than have any rest or anything like that. So I introduced more exhaustion mechanics as they got further down, basically. So certain settings, obviously, it's better for as well. Like when Brennan did it with the critical role cast for, I can't remember the name of it now, but the preview to the where they were
was it
playing
like-
basically
like-
level 1 characters or whatever they were.
Yeah.
If you know, I can't remember
Yeah.
the name of the.
Wasn't that where
The
like
series.
Laura Bailey had only just sat down at the table and was like, make a
You're
death
about
save?
to die. Yeah, basically. Yeah,
It's just like,
Yeah, 'cause
wait,
you
what?
have
I
7
haven't even got my
HP.
dice out
Yeah.
yet.
yeah. It's like the proper survival mechanic part of it.
Yeah.
I think in general, exhaustion. If characters are playing right, they can get decent rests in regularly enough that
Yeah.
it doesn't come into effect that much.
Yeah. So it does look like the multi-tiered stuff is really only 5th edition. But previous versions, apparently there wasn't one in the edition that shall not be named, also
Right.
known as 4th. No exhaustion there. But yeah, I like the idea of your characters making a deliberate choice to push themselves, right? And then there's a balance
a
then, right?
consequence.
There's a consequence.
Yeah.
That to me makes sense. And we really haven't had the trying to think of if there's a time in our 60 episodes here so far where it made sense. Not really. Not that I can think
I
of.
suppose if they continued to push when they were like, when they were going through Rowan Down, Rowan Hammer, Rowanville, whatever it
yeah,
ended up being
yeah.
called. Like, they were in like the weeds of it and really in the depths of winter. Like if they'd decided to just keep going, I imagine that would have been a natural point, because it kind of felt like Elwyn would have been super like, we just got to keep going. We got to keep going.
Yeah, I like this. I forget who I saw a short video of recently talking about that their DM was negotiating with the players. Well, you can like have an extra spell slot, right? But you take 1 level exhaustion.
Okay.
Or you're one off this roll. Well, what is the consequence for you to pass this particular save or ability check? Which I thought was an interesting thing to mix in. That, hey, well, you can make this hit, but you're going to take 1 level exhaustion, or you can
'Cause you're
move
overexerting
twice, right?
yourself,
Because you're
or-
overexerting yourself, right? You can move
Yeah.
twice, or you can move double distance, but you'll take 1 level exhaustion after the fight's over, whatever. To me, that seemed like an interesting tool to have in your kind of toolbox, right?
Yeah.
But it sounds like, at least for you, Andy, you've only really used it in very specific situations, right? So, there's all the usual stuff, right? Like, I don't know too many people who get that excited about counting the number of arrows they have in their inventory and, like, what's the weight of all the food that you have, and does this encumber your and all this stuff, right?
I don't
Like,
think I've ever played Encumbrance. Mainly because normally I have played relatively low level characters. So I don't have a lot of swag anyway.
you're not carrying a lot of stuff around, right? Like,
No, I mean, obviously it also depends on whether or not, your DM's view on things like components. Because I tend to play spellcasters.
yeah.
That's
Then
the
it
other
becomes
side of it as well.
much bigger deal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think generally speaking, games that I've been in, they're fairly relaxed about components if they're common to find. Whereas, if I was doing something that needed, say, holy water, that's quite a specific thing. I would need to find a way to get hold of some of that.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's not that exciting for the audience to have a shopping episode, right? Where people are like, "Oh, well, we go down the town and we find the cleric and buy the holy water," right? Yeah, like that's just not that exciting to watch, right?
I think in so my ranger in Curse of Strahd is the only one that I have that has like protect from good and evil, which obviously needs holy water. I rocked up into a church and I was like, "Got any holy water you want to give me? I'll do a quest in return or something, Yeah, that was the way that I managed to get hold of it. Get hold of it pretty much for free. So
Yep.
don't ask, you don't get. But yeah.
Or you,
But I think anything that's like, you need like a twig of some sort, like, yeah, that's just something that you will have
You need
picked
a
up on your
twig,
travels.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Three twigs of 2 centimeters each. Sorry, Andy.
I was just going to say, it just sprung into my head that I just granted the players a bastion. So they're talking about what they can use the bastion for, and one of them, being a paladin, was like, "Oh, I'm going to make a sacristy or something, scriptorium and stuff like that, like all the kind of religious affiliated kind of buildings, and one of those is you can basically get holy water made every week."
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of,
I mean,
a
I'd
way
go for
around
that.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not that my ranger casts a lot of spells. She's only level 3 and she only has a couple of spell slots. And that's really just sort of in a very dire situation. I'll probably be using my like Zephyr Strike or something like that a little bit more frequently. Anyway, I digress. I apologize.
Very good. Yes. Ingredients for spells. Ingredients for spells, shopping episodes. Yeah, we haven't had a shopping episode in a while.
And
Only
they don't really track components that much.
Track
in
components.
that
Nobody's
sense. I mean,
tracking like how many bolts they have or arrows, whatever. At least I'm
Kenneth, we need
unaware. that Alex or Elwyn have ever discussed the number of.
No, I think the only thing is like obviously with a diamond, because again, like that's something that's quite high value and
Mhm.
quite rare. But in terms of any components that might be needed for, say, I don't know, chromatic orb, maybe. 'Cause
Yes.
that's got a material component, doesn't it? Does that have a material? I've never used it.
It
I've only
must.
ever
And
used
he's getting
Chaos
his
Bolt,
player's
which is
handbook
more
out.
fun.
Yeah.
We've
I
asked the
don't know off
question.
the top of my head. But yeah, it's
I
basically-
always use Chaos Bolt because I find Chaos Bolt just so much more fun.
More
and
fun, yeah.
unpredictable. Well, because you don't know what the damage type is going to be until you roll the damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you roll 2d8 and a d6 if you're doing it at first level, and whatever the number is on one of the d8 determines what the damage type is. If you roll the same number twice, it bounces. So it's got the same mechanics as Chromatic Orb in that sense.
Apparently, there is a diamond worth 50 or more gold pieces, but it's not
For
consumed.
Chromatic Orb,
Yeah, but it's not consumed as part of the.
You have to have
Okay.
one, but
just have one on your person. That
I
seems
was just-
nuts
yeah.
for a first level spell, because you can get Chromatic Orb at first level, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised at that as well.
Yeah.
shows you
Oh, there you go.
shows you how much we all pay attention to the
Yeah.
ingredients.
Exactly. Well, no,
of
that's the
the-
thing,
of
isn't
the
it?
spells,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
It's-
interesting to see something like exhaustion mechanics, be
Mhm.
brought into play here,
Yeah.
because the other elements aren't necessarily as closely tracked, which I kind of agree with, because from an entertainment standpoint,
Oh, yeah, I mean, for the show,
you
it
don't
makes
want people
no
micromanaging
sense.
their
Yeah,
inventory.
Mm.
Yeah.
no.
But the big
Oh,
ticket,
sorry, you can't use your crossbow. You don't have any more bolts. Yeah.
the big ticket.
I always get
spells
around that
you
by
need
saying,
to-
I'm just going to go around and collect all of the arrows, and then I'm fine.
Yep. Yeah, I guess once you get to like 4th or 5th level spells, Andy, right, where stuff gets kind of wild, right?
Revivify
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
anything else. Just make sure you've got that covered.
Yeah. Bestow curse is what? What's bestow curse?
I still love that moment that it was used on the golem.
3rd level necromancy. I thought it was 4th.
Third level seems about right. If Dolly was able to use it as
That was her biggest spell at that time. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I doubt she wouldn't have had access to 4th level at that point, would she?
No. Definitely not. Cool. Good. Anything else we want to discuss in the first sort of 45 minutes to an hour of the episode?
I think
Shannon?
it's interesting.
So,
Let
Yes, go
let Sophie go on her.
I was
on
just
her
going to
bit.
talk
She's
about
cooking.
like Iriana and Kelness, and like I mean, kind of goes throughout the entire episode anyway, but particularly, at the start, like Kel is so lost. He just does not know how to reconnect with Iriana, and potentially choosing the wrong moment to try and do so. But I think it's interesting seeing Iriana's reaction to all of this, and also then people's reaction to Iriana's reaction. Because I personally think that her stance on this is perfectly valid from her standpoint.
Yeah.
But obviously these are all characters that we've had 60 episodes with, we've grown to really love and get attached to. So to see it feel like Cal's being attacked just for seemingly trying to help, I can understand why people might get defensive of that. But I think she was well within her rights to basically just be like, you don't understand, I've had this experience and you haven't, so you don't get it as much as you want to. You just don't understand what it is that I'm feeling because you haven't had the experience that's led to this point.
100%.
You've had a daughter for all of 5 minutes.
100%. I think it's also, I was thinking about this during the episode, that there's a small number of actual players at the table that have children of their own. And this is one of these that I think is very difficult. And obviously Doug does have children and they're older now as well.
Yeah.
That is very difficult to relate to if you don't have children of your own, or if you were even potentially not, I think it's even more if you had estranged children or you had children that you have, lost connection to.
Yeah.
That makes it even more significant, right? Or very difficult to understand the mindset of someone like that, right? But yeah, to me it seemed like it's very natural, right? That reaction.
Yeah. But I can see how some people saw it as an attack of, well, you haven't been here the last 30 years, so you don't get to tell me how to feel. It's like, and people seeing that as a sort of like, well, he didn't know, like, don't blame him. I don't think she was blaming him. I think she was just stating a fact, but was so highly stressed and emotional that there's no rational way to say that to someone.
Yeah.
Without it. Yeah. But I thought that was well written.
Yeah, it's one thing if you have a
that
choice or
reaction.
you don't have a choice, right? Like
Yeah.
that's another thing entirely.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter to Ariana. And I think people need to because I have been in fandom a long time, I have a natural reflex to be defensive of the woman actually in almost every situation. And anytime something like this happens, I get nervous about people's reaction because it's easy to be defensive of Kel, but Ariana is her own separate character, and how she affects Kel needs to be sometimes separated from how we feel about Kel. Because personally, I think she was well within her right to tell him to enough. Because I really liked the quote that Harry said, because I did actually write it down. You had no daughter when the sun rose this morning. If you have no daughter when the sun sets, nothing will change for you. And yeah, like maybe harsh but true. Like obviously knowing you had a daughter is very different than raising that daughter. Yeah. And I think she's well within her right to remind him of that. Like, she's the one who took care of this child all these years. And whether Kel had a choice in not knowing or not, it doesn't change Ariana's perspective on that. It doesn't change Kiri's perspective on that. Like, maybe you can come to a level of forgiveness and understanding, but it's not going to change anything. It doesn't go back and erase 20 years of things that happened. And so, yeah, I felt she was well within her right to give him a little bit of a reality check there. Like, it is her daughter. This is her life. This has been her life. And I think anyone who would get mad at her for sharing her own opinion about her own life needs to take their thought process out of Kel for a second. I think it's always really important to try and empathize with both characters in a conflict. Because they're characters, they're not real people. They're not going to hurt us. And I trust Harry to write a well-nuanced character and story at this point. So for me, I was like, yeah, no, she's right. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, obviously, I'm not always going to say that in the chat because there are like, when it gets to a high emotional moment in story, and this has happened in the past, people get very defensive of their position on a story moment. And it's like, I don't always have the patience for people to understand that everyone can have a different opinion. So I don't share mine because I'm like, I'm not going to walk myself into an accidental argument. But yeah, no, I was immediately like, I'm on both y'all's side here.
Yeah.
Kel, I can understand where Kel's coming from, but at the end of the day, he's wrong to Ariana, and he has to respect that because what is he going to do? Tell Ariana she can't feel that way?
Yeah, and
No, no.
he's not gonna fix 30 years of
He
absence.
can't fix it.
However, yeah, in the span of a couple of sentences. And I know he's trying to move forward.
It's only been
And you can
it's only
sense
been a
the
few
frustration in
hours.
there. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can sense the frustration in Kel when he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I am trying,
Yeah.
but I don't know what to do. It's like, maybe now's not the time to focus on
Just
that.
have to
Maybe
be.
time
You
to
just have to be
focus-
patient.
Yeah. Don't worry
Yeah.
about your part in this.
Which is,
Worry about this.
yeah.
Take yourself
And
out.
What's interesting is Kel does seem impatient in this respect, which is such a that's not Kel. Kel is the most patient of that party.
Yeah.
He's the one in this situation, though, that has been waiting for this moment for
Yeah.
this long, right? So there's an element there's an element of of desire to like speed things up, right?
Yeah.
Or to also make things obvious that you do care or you do want to
To fix,
reconnect,
to heal.
whatever you want to call it, right? And I think this is also the scenario of you need to look at it from the mother's perspective, but you also have to look at it from the father's perspective, right? Is the father didn't make these choices,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't change the other person's perspective on it, but the reality of the situation here is that an external force brought these people apart,
Yeah.
right? They didn't.
And then
They
brought
didn't
them
make.
back together.
And an external force brought them back together again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They didn't make these choices themselves.
Yeah.
Right. And that, but reconciling that is not something that you do,
Whilst
over
trying
the
to fix a bigger
campfire
problem.
after running a marathon.
Yeah. It's like, this is literally not the time to unpack it. So we as an audience, like, can feel our feelings, but at the end of the day, like, you can't expect them to fix 20 years of baggage and hurt and whatever and not lack of knowledge in a stressful situation right now. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
Ariana doesn't care about fixing 20 years when her daughter's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Her
Her priority number one is Kiri.
it's Carrie. And like, that's why they had to convince her to rest, because she just wants to go after Kiri.
Well, yeah, she's not sure she's going to be able to actually properly rest or switch off until Kiri's safe again.
And you think she wants to have a heart-to-heart with Kel? Not the moment, no.
No. I mean,
Not right now, babe.
No.
Not right now. Not tonight,
right
babe.
now.
Not
But
tonight.
I
if
did
it
appreciate.
were the reverse, it would be exactly the same situation.
Yep, it would.
Yeah, oh, you know it.
It would.
You know it.
Yeah, and that's why it's hard for me to ever like get mad in the moment, because it's like, yeah, if you take these two characters and you switch their situation, it would play out pretty much exactly the same way, knowing the characters. But what I did also like in their attempt to have a conversation was Ariana basically saying that like he's like mega evil to Yilda. He's literally like I don't want to say it. I had a funny thing I wanted to say, and I was like, it's the best way I could describe it, but he's like the great evil to Yilda. Yilda literally thinks he's the worst person on earth. He's the worst. And that, like, if he's involved, he's doing this to Kel, which also would make Ariana kind of angry, because if their lives were, like, moderately safe until Kel showed up, yeah, that would obviously make you, like, am I glad that he showed up or not? Because, like, now my daughter's been kidnapped, and if it's because of him, might take me a little bit longer to get over that.
She gonna be peeved about that.
Right. Yeah. Like,
just a little peeved.
If everything goes, well, not everything went wrong, obviously, because the nest was kind of falling apart before he showed up. But if things didn't escalate,
her daughter's in danger. In danger. And if
things
it's
didn't escalate until showed up. Yeah. And if it is two boys and their toys, this measuring contest that no one wanted to be invited to.
She's so over it as well. She's so over like this whole sort of like, she's like, I never wanted anything from Yoda in the first place, and right now don't want anything to do with you. Like,
Yep.
You have issues around this. You two boys go and figure it out. Go get a tape measure. I don't care. Just
Yep.
sort it out. Like,
Yeah,
Enough.
go over there and kill
yeah,
each other.
she's
or
over it. Like, she's like, I've got a daughter to look after.
whatever you need
Yeah.
to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't particularly enjoy that cockfight kind of stuff, right? So we'll see how that all obviously how all of that plays out, right? It is going to be I think that this is a scenario where you could have substantial parts of the fan base going, geez, this thing didn't get resolved in a way that I wanted it to get resolved, because resolving it requires a whole arc of resolution. And I'm not sure this group is really that's their focus, is to resolve Kel's personal life issues.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just like, yeah, we're getting this child back, and then Ariana goes off somewhere. It's like Elwyn and her family, right? Like there's many things unresolved there, many things with her father unresolved there, et cetera, et cetera. And whether we actually get back to a point where those personal issues can be resolved, I'm not sure that we do. Right? Or it's in the epilogue, right? Where we have a couple episodes where, they go back and do certain things, right? But yeah, I don't know that you're getting this kind of like emotional arc here over the next few episodes to resolve 30 years of pain, right? Like, I'm just not sure that we will.
Yeah, Kel's already had so many emotional arcs in the episodes leading up to this, with everything that that happened in terms of seeing the place where he was left as a child when they were following the four stags, dealing with Elra, and then everything that happened with the circle of like the wildfire druids, like, and then finding out he's got a daughter and reuniting to some extent with the woman he's loved most in the world. Like, he has had so many emotional beats that it's too messy. It's too messy.
Yeah,
there has to be a soft closure to it, but it's not going to be fully resolved.
No, I just can't see that happening. No. Right. I mean, maybe they'll surprise me. I don't know. It does feel as though that anything that isn't a like 5 or 6 episode arc where something significant needs to happen in the story that's going to take 10 whatever hours to resolve would be kind of cheapening that resolution as well, right? Like,
yeah,
resolving 30 years of pain in a half-hour conversation because you make one persuasion roll seems to not be giving it the weight that it deserves, right?
Yeah, and it says something that every single one of those persuasion rolls just wasn't landing.
Yeah, it's all middling, right?
And it wasn't even like they were rolling seemingly high and it seemed to be a high DC. It was probably not even a massively high DC.
Yeah, just the rolls were.
But the
middle,
rolls
right?
were, unless your name was Alex Jordan, were not good.
Yep. Until he lost that D20.
Oh, the poor little baby. Except, Alex, be better next time. That's what I'm going to say.
Just be better.
Just be better next time.
Yeah. I have not delved into the spoiler chats to see what people are saying, but it's going to be interesting, I think, about what parts they choose to resolve or touch on and which ones they don't, right? Because the reality is there's 4 other players at the table, right? As well. So,
Who who all want this resolved for Kel as much as
Of course,
Kel
right?
does,
Yeah, I mean, they
you
want it
know?
resolved for their friend, right? And who doesn't love a happy ending, right? I feel like Mr. McIntyre maybe doesn't love a happy ending as much as some might. But, yeah, we will have to see how that plays out. The one thing I did pick up on extensively about this, and I'll be interested to hear what Andy thinks about this, but the amount of wild speculation that was going on in character throughout this whole episode was wild to me. Like, I don't think I have seen that with this group literally ever before this. And to have that be more or less gotta be like, what, 2/3 of the episode is them more or less just talking to each other about what they think is going on. That was kind of crazy. I mean, obviously we had a combat and a bunch of other stuff, but how did it land in the watch party? Was everybody just doing so
We were
much of
just
their
they've
own
gone
wild
full
speculation?
Spoiler chat, like
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
gone
100%.
full Spoiler chat was pretty much the reaction in the watch party.
100%, yeah. I actually thought maybe
Guys, they've turned into us.
yeah, like tongue in cheek, the episode should have been called Spoiler Chat, but
Yeah, well, I mean, that's partly what prompted me to talk about the session we had on Sunday, because it felt like it was an extension of the watch party in some respect of what they were doing, what my group were talking about.
but were they doing that in character, Andy, or were they doing that?
To be fair, it was mostly out of character.
Okay.
There was bits of it that happened during the session that they were speculating with
Yeah.
one of the NPCs about stuff, and he was like, well,
Yeah, I just was sitting there going, why are you guys trying to convince Ariana about your like conspiracy theories on what's going on in the world? Like, just go do the thing.
She don't care. She don't care.
It's
don't care.
It's irrelevant, right?
yeah, part of it was trying to get her to be interested, I think, and
I guess.
spark a bit of maybe getting her to think about other things other than Kerry.
I guess, yeah. What is the beverage, Shan?
I'm drinking a Celsius. I've never had one before.
Is it good?
Is it better than a Fahrenheit?
When they make an energy drink called Fahrenheit, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But it's blue raz lemonade.
I'm definitely
okay.
not drinking an energy drink that's named after Kelvin. Far too cold.
See, you get it. No, it's
Excellent.
fine. I'm just trying to stay awake. I didn't get a nap in today because my shift ended at 1. So, been up since 3:50 on not terribly much sleep. So I'm just trying to keep with y'all.
Yeah, it definitely felt like it was spoiler chat incarnate. That's for sure. And they kind of just weaved in and out of it, right? Like went
Yeah.
all in on it, then went and did a thing, then went back to it again, right? And then of course continued on at it again or further in Action Surge. Yeah. Who noticed the wardrobe change in the second half?
I don't think I did.
You didn't notice?
I mean, I don't remember last week at all either. So
Fair. I wasn't sure what that was about, but yeah, I did notice there was a bit of a change up.
I did kind of notice that they changed between the episode and Action Surge, but that's not uncommon either. 'Cause that's
Definitely
happened
not.
before.
Yeah.
No. But
Definitely
they also
not.
like gradually lost people through the action.
Oh,
surge.
Yes.
some of them just straight up disappeared.
Yep. Or morphed into Doug.
Ben behind the DM screen, terrifying thought.
He did well.
He did
Holly
do
was
well. He
right,
did really well.
He was a good boy. He was.
He's a great moderator.
Mm. He can be serious when he puts his mind
Yeah,
to
I
it.
think Ben can behave when he needs to.
Yeah.
Can be professional. Cool. Before the combat, anything else we need to really discuss?
Cal tried to speak to a tree.
He did.
He did.
It didn't go, like, it worked, but it didn't go well. The tree is sick.
Mm-hmm. Made sense in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I liked that he'd clearly thought about it because he was like, well,
Yeah.
this is Thealon and themselves. And clearly, like, he's got some kind of affinity with the trees of Laffy, which are connected to Thealon. Because you're like, also, I got a little bit of divine stuff going on.
Yeah, the
Can I do
reasoning was
something
good.
with it?
The reasoning was good. Shame
Like,
about the roll,
yeah.
but the reasoning was good.
Yeah.
Harry did confirm this is a pocket plane. He literally said it directly.
It's made Momo very happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Harry, the mod as well, our Harry, was also big on the pocket. Oh, this is a pocket plane for sure, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Cool. Shall we get to combat?
Shall we? They didn't even rest.
Not
Nope.
really.
They
Yeah.
didn't even really get a chance to rest. Fighting when you've got a level of exhaustion it's a thing.
Yeah, like -2 is big. I mean, I know we've talked a few times about, what having +1 on armor class or whatever and how significant that is. Imagine having -2 on all your attack rolls, etc. It's big, right?
Yeah, well, just all rolls, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's all rolls.
Yep.
But what I thought was interesting was the fact that they seemed to be playing like their characters were tired and crabby.
Yes.
Like they genuinely seemed like in desperate need of a nap.
Well, Holly mentioned that they were actually all tired in real life. They've been, I
mean-
think at that point they've been filming nearly 9 hours or something.
That explains much.
Yeah,
That explains
that explains
much.
the level of lack of hinge,
Yes. Yes.
particularly with certain individuals and their decisions in combat. Mentioning no names.
Yeah, I mean,
Radiant.
you guys know that I could have a crash out here, but our good friend Benjamin Starr continues to play his wizard as though
He's not a wizard.
he's not a wizard. I'm a wizard. Yeah. The cat's back, Shan.
We manifested.
Oh my god, it just took an extra minute,
Mm-hmm.
but we got him.
Delay.
Oh my god. What
yeah, I
a
mean-
great cat.
Was there anything else about the combat that was really noteworthy other than Ben putting himself in harm's way and just managing to roll himself out of trouble, literally and figuratively?
Literally, yeah.
Yeah.
That was interesting. The fact that obviously, I don't know if it is because they were tired and there was a disconnect between like what happens if you do something that causes a character to fall prone. If it's in the air, underneath, above a thing, like I can kind of see Aoife's logic in that. Was it not flying? So would it not have just like overshot the runway slightly? And Harry's like, no, it was hovering.
Hovering,
Like, I
yeah.
understand where she was. Maybe that's where her thought process was. So didn't assume Radiant was in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like she's trying to cast Shatter when he's lying prone or anything like that.
No, that's never happened before.
No,
never-
she's never done anything. to
She's
deliberately
innocent.
Harm him.
Your Honor.
Never done anything like that before.
I did
Absolutely not.
really love that Harry chose to play the theme music for that, though. Like, I think that really brought it together. Was Ben
it was
doing
a
that to the
2.
theme music? It was so good. Like, it actually was my first contribution to favorite moments. And I literally said, because of Harry playing the theme tune. That literally is what made it so good.
Makes it. Because
It's
it was
so
such
funny.
a horrendous failure.
To the theme tune, so you think it's gonna be great, and it's just not. It's
And
like
it's just-
it should be.
It's on a par with. I always had this.
Can somebody get a penny whistle and play the theme tune so that we can edit it over Ben doing that, just like the Titanic theme on a penny whistle? Can we make that happen, please and thank you?
I don't think I've got a penny whistle, but I might have a recorder kicking around.
I have a
somewhere.
penny whistle somewhere from when I went to Ireland in 2002.
I wonder if I can get my daughter to do it on the ocarina.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
I'll find my ocarina too. We'll do a duet. We'll splice them
With
together.
harmonies. With harmonies.
Yeah,
We can record it. Yeah, I
that'd
can.
be really funny.
I can email our good friend, Mr. Inside Info himself, and see whether he'll give me permission.
I might need a new ocarina though. Mine's shaped like a lion. I don't know how well it plays, but
I mean, it's an ocarina.
I figure out where I
Yeah.
put it as well.
They tend not to play that well.
No, but that's
they're
the
not the most
point.
graceful of musical instruments, let's be brutally
No.
honest.
But that's the point.
No, I know, but, call it how it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like ocarina, recorder, ukulele, right? It's just like a progression. Andy's looking at me like going, "Don't you dare say bad things about
Don't.
my favorite instrument, the ukulele."
Don't come for the ukulele. Don't do it. Don't do it. It has its charm.
I mean, you could also do dueling banjos.
Oh,
I mean-
dueling banjos would work. Yeah, electric banjos maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he just like he makes some wacky decisions and seems to manage to get out of jail.
How he's not dead yet, I don't know.
I mean, tell me about
Instead,
it.
he's just
so far, I
lying,
mean,
like,
I've been
he just-
saying this
yeah.
for whatever it is now, 40 episodes or whatever. Yeah.
I will say this though. This is something that Harry said at Birmingham around because we got into discussions just generally around sort of like how death works in Reliquia and so on and so forth. But one of the things that he doesn't want to happen is for player characters to die in what is effectively not a boss fight, because I'm not saying that he would, create means by which they would survive, but he was like, if they're gonna die, like, I'd rather it wasn't to a trash mob. I'd rather it was like in a big moment. So,
Yeah, that there's the stakes are high.
because otherwise
Right.
it's just dumb,
Mm-hmm.
But
But he just keeps to doing dumb shits. So
because it's
Good for
Benjamin
her.
Mark Starr. He is a living meme. That's what he does.
yep.
But instead of like something very, very fatal happening, he just lands in the grass, face down, butt up.
Yep. And that bit went on way too long.
Mm-hmm.
At least
They
for me.
were
anyway.
overtired. They needed a nap.
Yep. Definitely. Cool. Anything else we need to say about the combat? Probably not.
The fireball bit was also funny.
Yes.
I don't understand the fireball bit. I don't think I know the song.
Oh, you don't know the Pitbull song?
I fear I've just lost all
Dale.
credibility. I fear I've just lost all credibility with Shan now.
I'm gonna find it and
Don't. I was going to admit that I didn't know it either. So
Well,
Oh,
I
no,
took that
no
bullet
one knows
for you, Andy. You could have kept
Fireball.
quiet, and I could have just been like, "Can you just drop like a link to the song in the chat that shall not be named?" And I,
Mhm.
'cause I didn't understand.
oh my god, Dale.
So you've been
Mr.
out,
305.
listeners and viewers. You now have 3 tasks. Task number 1:
Favorite ice cream
face for ice cream.
or
Mr.
iced
305.
treat.
Task number
Obviously.
2: favorite album. Task
Mhm.
number 3: tell us if you knew about the Fireball bit. While Shan,
I figured it was just some young person thing.
a meme. Yep. Yeah. There
But
was
also,
a
can we talk
Fireball
about
bit.
Martina's art of use moment? If you've seen it in fan
Oh,
art.
I haven't seen it yet.
Because talk about images that you can hear. All I could hear was Alex doing a screaming, burrowing
Yes.
owl when I looked at that image.
Yes, I remember. Let's see. I'm finding it right now. In fan art.
Don't know how far up it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it too. Sorry, my friend was letting me know that there's a prank on tonight. That's why if you saw me making that face, it's because I was trying to type as quietly
You're
as
trying
possible.
to prank people?
Because I didn't want to switch to my phone when I was like pre-thought process or mid-thought process.
I'll have to find it later.
I'll
Yeah,
find it.
It's not.
Don't
It's
worry.
not that far up. In
I'll find it.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
I see it now.
Cute.
yeah.
He's doing really great.
He is.
He's doing his
literally all I could
best.
hear was all I could hear was Alex doing his screaming, burrowing owl, and that is forever burned into my brain.
I thought you were meaning that it was the partially
Partially formed.
formed and partially channeled Barn Owl.
No, he seems to be fully channeled in the picture, but obviously he just stood on the snout and screamed in his face.
Yep.
So yeah,
Um,
again, shout out to Martina and
Yep.
the wonderful service she does for the fan art community.
Keeps on delivering.
I know.
Cool. We continue to not have any resolutions following said combat. Despite Doug getting +1 or +2 on his rolls, he's going to have to keep that momentum going. Anything else before the cliffhanger? Well,
The thread of not fate, but grossness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I'm sure it'll all come together for me at some point, but I'm not. I feel like a lot of people are making a lot of assumptions about all of that seem way too convenient. But maybe.
I'm nervous about Yoda, and I'm expecting him to turn up at any minute, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not adding up for me. Not entirely.
I'm
We
just
need,
not. Yeah. I'm just not sure that he maybe even
Not
needs to
alone.
show up,
Not alone.
and certainly not alone. No.
He's not. If he is involved, he's not doing this alone.
No.
What were you saying, Andy?
I was just going to say, we need Yielder to turn up and do an evil villain monologue and tell us exactly
Yeah, if
how
he
we
could-
plan to do everything so that they can thwart it at the last
Yep. And then snap his fingers and teleport away, right?
Yeah, like he did in the Sanctum.
Mhm.
Be like, have fun.
See these 3 dragons that I've set up for you?
Yeah, including the Franken dragon.
Enjoy. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what he did last time. He left us with a big dragon, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Cool. Anything else? Anything else on 60? Just a moment for how wild it is. We're on episode 60.
I literally, like, I said to a couple people, I was like, and I still have their gifts from episode 50. And it's 60 now, and now I want to die inside.
It was like 3 years ago that they started their Kickstarter for 10 episodes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mad.
Wild.
Yep. Yep. And each time I watch those credits and see the number of people on that Patreon list, sure seems to get longer and longer each time.
You love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, give them money.
Yeah.
Which I think, yeah, it's good all around. I haven't actually looked at the YouTube views recently to just kind of see how they're progressing. But, cool. Anything else on 60, guys? If not, then I think we can zip on to 61. Make our predictions. You guys know what I'm doing. I'm going for 1. Hoping.
Look, a stopped clock.
Hold that candle up. So,
Yeah.
it's like, it's got to happen at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that or like 6 or 7 words will happen first. I guess we'll see what happens. Shannon, how many words are going to be in the title of episode 61?
I'll go 3.
Good choice. Considering like 80% of the episodes are 3 or 4.
Well, yeah, 3 or 4, yeah. I have to consult the chart. Oh, wait, it's not. I have to go get the chart link because I closed Firefox. I'll get
Disaster.
it.
Sophie.
2.
2. Bold. Andy, you have the final word.
I'll go with 5.
5. Wow. Nobody going with 4.
It's too easy.
Andy, tell us your prediction for episode 61.
I'm still not convinced that Kiri went unwillingly.
Okay.
But I don't want to keep making the same prediction each time, so I need to think of something else.
I'll keep your Curie went willingly, and you can add.
I'll just say Yielder makes an appearance.
Okie dokie. Yilda makes an appearance. Sophie.
Is it too on the nose for me to say that I think there's going to be combat?
No. There will be combat. Will there be minis?
I think there will be minis.
With minis.
Mm-hmm.
Brave and bold. Shannon, would you like to go next?
Trying to think what in the world I could think of. Because I don't know, it's one of those episodes where I'm like,
How
I don't
many
know.
Lord of the Rings references will Harry McIntyre make in this episode?
All of them. And or Bertine.
torn between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're about to go into the mountains and we're
Yes.
going to a gate that can only be opened with a certain language. Oh, it
Yeah.
sounds very speak friend and enter.
3 Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'll go with 3.
references?
I'll
Okay.
go high.
3 references. Okay. Anything else?
I think they'll make it to the gate, but that's as far as they'll
Oh,
get.
wow. Okay.
Because I seem like it's still so far away that I
It
don't think
does, yeah.
if they got that far, I think that's where it would end. Something
Okay.
about the gate either entering it or whatever. You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna go absolutely off the wall.
Do it.
Ariana will die in 61.
It's kind of the
and
opposite of where I was landing.
Yilda will not make an appearance.
See, I was kind of going to go
Appearance.
the opposite.
I don't think that Yilda has anything to do with any of this.
See,
But I'm happy to be
you saying
proved wrong.
you saying Iriana was gonna die. I was kind of thinking, or maybe just hoping for the opposite, that something potentially bad was going to happen to Iriana
Mm-hmm.
or Kiri, and Kel steps in. Like basically, Kel makes some kind of sacrifice
Mm-hmm.
to protect the two of them that will go some way to closing that gap. It's not going to
Closing
fix it. Never going to fix it. But that's what I was thinking.
A grand gesture will be made.
Grand gesture of sacrifice.
Would you like to add that to your?
Yes. Yeah, I think I do. Because I feel like the combat with minis is very low hanging fruit, especially
Mhm.
if you've seen the Patreon
Grand
video.
gesture of Kelness will be made. Cool. I feel like we're cooking with gas on this one.
Yeah.
We're cooking with gas.
I think so. It's going to be good. I'm excited for next week.
Should be good. Sweet. Anything else on 61? Andy, you look poised for something profound.
Pensive.
No, sadly not.
All right, mop up. I don't have a mop, but I do
I
have
didn't bring my mop, so we're just going to have to deal with a paintbrush.
a paintbrush.
I've got
Oh, maybe I have a
dustpan.
paintbrush as well. Oh no, I have something even better.
What have you got?
Dice sound. But
I have a witch.
whoa. Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
that witch is
super
very
cute.
backwards.
She's doing a radian.
Yes.
So for my roly-poly, I'm going to use the dice that I got from...
I think since I don't have any dice with me, I did not bring any on vacation this time. Someone's gonna have to roll for me.
I have 2 sets of dice.
Do you want to see
so-
how I roll with my dice before I then offer to roll?
Well, you could rock paper scissors with Shan. Shan's got a
Because
second.
I have 2 sets of dice here
I mean,
right
I've got
now.
the dice like here in front of me. Like I I've got my Lord of the Rings dice.
Tell you what, why don't you both roll and I'll take the lower.
Whoa.
Wow.
That seems
Roly-poly
risky.
with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. These are yours, Doc.
Okay.
I did mine first, sorry. Because I kept them separate. You're getting the Deck of Many Friends die. I'm
Okay.
doing the Dice Bomb one. I decided ahead of time. Because I already separated
that
them.
reminds me, I do have a dice bomb here. I'll have to test it.
Okay, and then I get to do dogs. Let me put them away so I don't get them confused.
Oh, Andy's got a smirk.
That's real bad, guys.
All right. Andy, do you wanna be smug?
Wow. I thought I was going to get on for a really good roll because the first two dice I saw was the 90 on the D100.
Ooh.
But then the cumulative total of the rest of them was only 12.
Whoa. That's really bad.
Extremely low. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
102.
102. Shannon.
First of all, are you sure you want to take the lowest?
I mean,
I mean, are we saying the lowest of our
Yeah, I mean,
rolls?
for him, because I
Yeah.
just did his roll.
that is what I said.
Okay.
So
All right, I'll wait
I'm
then
committed.
to tell you yours.
I'm committed.
Better than I did on
Unfortunately,
mine.
Okay, so what did I get from you,
So-
Shan?
mine for you was 40.
40. Okay, excellent. Were you able to beat that?
That's still
So-
better than I got for me.
Oh dear.
I got 65 for you, Doc.
Okay, so
Okay, so it wasn't that much better.
It wasn't
okay,
that much better,
I was
so-
really scared.
So I'm taking the
No.
40 then. Excellent. Good. Shannon, what did you get for yourself? 140.
124.
124. Excellent.
I rolled an 80, but then I also rolled a 12 and a 19.
So
Yeah.
you didn't do anything prematurely.
No.
Sophie.
I mean, I think I got you guys beat. I really do. Because I got 37.
37.
Oh,
Whoa.
I know, right?
That's
like,
rough.
that's
I
amazing.
cannot be beat.
I
I think I've come to the conclusion that it is me that is cursed because that is so many sets of dice that I've used now, and they've all been rolling
Yeah.
monsters.
Do you have a tower?
I don't. No, but I think I think I'm the one that's cursed rather than the dice because these are different sets.
Mm.
So
Maybe you need the
I
tower to
can't
roll
roll
in
myself
so that
in the
you can
tower.
cancel out the curse by.
Transfer
Maybe.
the curse onto the tower and then burn it. And then
I
Yep.
think I just need to find a lot of sage.
Cool.
Well, I think my hair oil has sage in it. Maybe that will do. Maybe that will do it. I don't know.
Cool. Excellent. Harry has not sent me his favorite moment.
He hasn't done this for a while.
Yeah, I know he's been misbehaving. We're gonna have to give him a bad time
Do
next.
you think he's finally been lost to the cult?
It's possible.
well,
They might have
I
It
don't
might
finally
be the
eaten him.
point of no return.
they let him out. For
I don't think we're ever
D&D
gonna see him
if-
again.
If he has.
Well, at least that. At least that. Cool. Let's roll initiative then. Shoutouts. Tell you what, I'll take the lowest of your rolls again, ladies. Shannon, you look like you're executed fully.
I rolled you first this time because I felt bad.
And it was a 2.
It was a 3, so it wasn't quite a 2.
Oh, and I got a 17 for you, Doc. Like
Oh,
my
no.
one ring dice is it likes you. It rolled an 18 last time and it rolled a 17 this time.
Excellent.
It likes you.
So 3 for me.
Dang.
Shannon?
I rolled an 18.
Of course you did.
I know.
So did I.
I thought they were
So
going to
did
be
I.
bad because the Deck of Many Friends dice aren't always kind to me.
Who do we feel? Who do we feel has the better dexterity modifier between Sophie and Shan?
I don't know. I don't make a lot of things with my hands, so probably Sophie.
What, because of the origami thing?
I don't know. You've crafted quite a few things for your cosplays.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
That's a tiebreaker. Andy, you rolled a natural 20.
No, 13.
13. So we go Sophie, Shan, Andy, me.
Ladies first.
Mm-hmm. As it should be. In all things.
For the win.
You didn't even
makes me
see me do
irrational.
it.
No, I know. I looked.
You
away
looked
at
away. That's why I did it.
I don't know why it makes me irrationally angry. I don't know why, but it just does. Anyway, yeah. Me, right, yeah.
Yes.
So I know I said this earlier, but absolutely shout out to Martina and the sets she does for her artwork for the fandom. We love and appreciate it. It is beautiful and important. And by extension, just like all of the artists that do stuff
In
without
general.
generative help. Like there were so many people at Birmingham that I know had a rough time in terms of footfall traffic and so on, but there are so many talented humans out there. You're all brilliant and I love and appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing so that I can spend unhealthy amounts on stickers and prints. Do you know what? Shout out to Momo because they have been great in terms of just bouncing off ideas for cosplay and all of that kind of stuff. Like they have, as far as I'm concerned, like they have a really high level of craft. It's something that I would love to be able to get to, and they've been wonderfully supportive as I just throw random sentences into their DMs to be like, hey, here's a thought, and helping me figure that stuff out. So yeah, absolutely shout out to them. And shout out to Kira for all of the driving. Just all, it was about 7 hours worth of driving that she did in one day. After we'd had between us about 6.5 hours of sleep. So shout out to her because it was a bloody brilliant day.
That's
And it
actually
wouldn't have happened
bordering
if they hadn't been.
on kind of dangerous.
We had a lot of Red Bull in the car.
Yeah,
It was fine. The main concern was needing to pee and not having time to
Yes.
stop because I had a train to catch. But yeah, shout out to them for doing all of that because it was a great day and it wouldn't have happened if she hadn't been so generous in doing that.
Well,
I'm done.
next time, be safe.
Always.
We love you both dearly, and we don't want anything bad to happen to you. Shan.
Well, shout out to you guys for being here and putting on with me. Shout out to, similarly, my friend Caitlin, who, because I paid for the tickets and told her she didn't really have to pay me back because I paid for them already like ages ago, she offered to drive. So she drove us to and from New York. Not for the faint of heart. I offered to do it because I do it a lot. But she was the big girl and she did it. I'm very proud of her. And then shout out to My Chemical Romance, I guess, and Gerard Way, my brain brother. And shout out to the Final Fantasy 14 fans I ran into. That was really nice. Much appreciated. Shout out to this chair. It's a pretty good chair. Trying to think what else I could shout out. Shout out to my dog who almost made me sprain my ankle when I was trying to get out of the house to go to the movies yesterday. My ankle hurts. Thanks, Bear. Demon. Fat demon. Is there anything else? Also, shout out to Momo who keeps telling me I can sleep on their couch. Also, they're really tall. And I did not know that.
They are.
And now I'm being told that any picture I take with the group is going to be silly because I'm not very tall.
I'm not either. I'm 5'3". You're good.
Same. I'm exact same.
Twinsies.
It's really funny because I like Bubba was DMing me and sending me all these pictures. Not a single time did I, consider height with the guys, right? They sent me a picture of them with Deborah Ann Wool. And I looked at it, said something, moved on with my life. 15 minutes later, I go back in the chat. I was like, wait a second. How tall are you? Because I finally processed the picture and realized they were the same height. Them and Deborah. And I was like, how tall are you? Somehow, I think it's because, because they were like, I love how you saw me next to Harry, and you did not process how much taller I was than Harry. I was like, no, I didn't process it. I wasn't really thinking about that. I was like, oh, look at my friends with Harry and Alex. That's so nice. It was literally seeing how tall Momo was next to a person who is known to be tall that I was like, wait, hang on. You're tall? Not because I explained, I think it's because I see Momo and I think must be small. And they were like, no, that's literally the point. That's literally the point of the name. So you did get it. And I was like, oh my God. But also I think it's because I assume everyone is either only a little taller than me or about my height until I meet them. And then I find out that I'm actually just short.
But we stand a short queen.
Yeah. I am held down by my aura and my bulk, and that's fine. We can't all touch the sky.
You're weighed down with all of your good. You're weighed down with all of your good taste. That's what.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm burdened by glorious purpose to destroy my enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can't think of anything else. It'll come to me later, I'm sure. That there was something stupid I should have shouted out. But, yeah.
Excellent.
Southern fried chicken ice cream.
Yeah, the chicken ice cream. Also Holly, because if I hadn't gotten a hold of a FanFest hat, I wouldn't have been able to have that incredible moment with a friend in the middle of, a crowd of people. Because I saw their FanFest bag. And I was like, hey, I like your bag. And then I showed them my hat. So yeah, shout out to my favorite Square Enix employee.
Kindred spirits.
I don't know that many. Gavin is the only other one, but I've never met Gavin.
All 300 Square Enix employees that Shan knows.
I love
personally.
you, Square Enix. Most days. Creative Studio, what is their name now? Creative Studio 3 or whatever. They will never make me mad. All they do is make me... The 14 division has never made me mad. So if you work for Square Enix under the 14 division, bestie.
That's a brave statement.
I always find a way to be happy with something.
I hope you remain in this state of being, Shan.
I'll always find something to be happy about. I'm not I'm a hater, but not about everything.
but not about Final Fantasy at least. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14 has done me too much good, I think, is the problem.
Excellent.
But not in a toxic way. Like in an actual, like, things are bad.
They were less bad because of 14. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else before we move on to Andy? If not, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, shout out to you guys for letting me back on yet again. Slowly building up my streak again.
2 in a row, mate.
I know.
The cat
Right.
streak.
My random Momo reference is I drove past a Japanese restaurant on the North Circular. Was it yesterday or today? I can't remember which day it was, but it's named Momo. So if you're ever in that neck of the woods in London, then what else? Shout out to the rest of the community for being awesome as usual, and the cast for giving us banger episodes every 2 weeks. And yeah, here's to 60 more.
Indeed. Indeed. I believe that sentiment is definitely matched. Here, at least. Cool. Thank you both, Sophie and Andy, for joining us yet again. I think you guys are maybe... Yeah, I think you both have... You're like neck and neck for who has the most guest appearances.
Someone do a spreadsheet.
Count them out, right?
Don't threaten us
Yeah.
with a good time.
At least there's only 37 episodes of hours to check through, and only about whatever it is.
You just need to look at the titles as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you really should just watch through all of them again. I'm just saying. But
Yeah,
And
If
like
you
and
press the time.
subscribe and
like,
make comments.
subscribe, yeah,
Yeah.
bump the view
Yeah.
count. Yep, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks again, Shan, for sticking around with us. We're getting up to 40 now. It's wild. I think it'll be coming up on 2 years, actually. We've been doing this. So.
Wow, Sugoi.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we get to continue. And that's it. I don't have much else. I don't have any Momo moments to share.
Mo moments.
Mo moments. I do think we have discussed several pre or post show items that them and Kenneth need to do. And I'm hoping that one of them they actually decide to do. How about that? Because I think it'd be wild. Otherwise, I think that's us. Happy episode 37. We'll see you in a couple weeks. I'll be back in my usual climes. Have a great time.
Jolly old England.
Jolly old England.
hot old England.
Back in the motherland. Yeah. By then it'll have cooled off, Eddie, right?
Maybe.
I really
You
hope
can
so.
dream.
I really
As
hope
we
so.
say in the United States during summer, you can always dream.
Yep. Yep. Then it's going to be really cold this winter. I'm calling it now.
We're going to
yeah.
get
I
the
can't wait.
which
I
one's
can't
the
wait.
cold one? Is it Nino or Nina?
Pass.
Which one's like the really snowy one? One's really snowy. They're the currents that partially control what kind of weather you're gonna get for the winter in the United States. So like, I think it's Nino is the very cold, weathery,
Andy's Googling.
snowy. Yeah. He wants to understand
He's cooking.
the crazy things I say. I promise it exists.
Yeah, I probably haven't googled the right question.
I got you.
Shan's gonna check it out.
Cause yeah, I know what I'm looking for. I'll just Google like El Nino versus La Nina. El Nino and La Nina.
Does that like basically mean boy and girl?
Kinda.
Yeah.
More or less.
It makes me think. It makes me think of Italian.
Yeah. So NOAA, which is the National Ocean Service, atmospheric, whatever. So there are two opposing climate patterns that break the normal trade wind traditions. El Nino is, let's see, the trade winds weaken, the warm water is pushed east, and that's the warm air, I believe.
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
with this shift, areas in the northern U.S. and Canada are drier and warmer, but then the Gulf Coast and the southeast are wetter than usual. Then La Nina means we get colder and wetter, more snow, and the south has a drier winter.
Yeah, and because the UK jet stream and all that is affected in the same way, or similarly, at least.
Yeah, you guys get our winds eventually, like maybe not the weather patterns because it goes over the ocean, and the ocean always makes the weather patterns messy.
Yep.
As we know from hurricane season.
But yeah, I mean,
but-
hurricane season for you guys is just bad weather for us in the UK at the end.
Yeah,
It's just 2 weeks later.
except for that one time with the wind, that was crazy last year. I watched that famous airplane stream where the guys were like watching the airplanes because they were scared some of them were going to get blown off course. That was crazy. But yeah, we get some nasty storms. It was really humid here over the weekend because we were getting a weather pattern that came up from the Caribbean. So like it brought that hot air just straight up the coast. But that's basically what's going to happen. Sometimes we get slammed, i.e. Sandy. Sometimes just the south gets slammed, which is like worse. Sometimes you get Katrina, but that was human error as much as it was a weather pattern. So, we'll be finding out soon enough. It's almost hurricane season. So, yay, everyone's favorite time of year.
This segment of the weather
Welcome to
Shan
United
Brought to
States
you by-
Weather Corner.
was brought to you by
Geography Weather Corner. I had to
So-
explain the
Celsius
5 boroughs to Harry this past week. If there's a Queens, New York, is there a Kings? Yes, it's the county in which Queens is. Now you know.
God Save the King.
God save Harry.
The poor sweet summer child. Kitty.
Last good
Kitty's
point.
back! Yes, moo!
Good night and good luck.